everybody. My CI button.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Hope you are doing well. Welcome to the show. It's 3 p.m. on the East Coast, 2 p.m. Central, where I happen to be at my mom's house in my brother's old bedroom. You got the cowboy hat behind me. As you know, we're taking this thing on the road with us now. It's part of me. It's probably time to put it on, to be honest with you. Excited about today's show. Nice to be live. It is Wednesday afternoon. Happy hump day to you all. Yee-haw! Yee-haw! The weekend's halfway here. Woo! Super excited about today's show. We got a guest on. I'm going to bring him in here in just a second here. He is from the project Palladium. You guys know RWA is a big thing that I love and that I talk about most of the time. And, you know, obviously Ondo's a big one, but there are a lot of other projects in this space doing some good stuff. And so I did a video on this one not too long ago. And if you, when we get to like the replay side, so after we're live, I'll put it down in the description. You'll find the link to it if you want to check it out after that. So we'll go, you can go into where I go, you know, more in depth into what Palladium's doing. But RWAs, tokenization, you got NFTs, you got arbitrage, you got all sorts of cool stuff happening in their ecosystem. I know he's going to make some announcements today. So what I'm going to need y'all to do is make sure you are not gator chomping, not gator. I don't care if you're from Gainesville or Florida. I know I got a bunch of people from Florida. We're not chomping, not chomp. Even though I'm in Georgia, I'm not a Bulldogs fan. I'm telling you that. I'm more of an NFL guy. But what I'm going to need you to do for real is smash the freaking like button. Okay, because you guys just start smashing right away, we'll trigger the algorithm and things will get popping real quick. So we've got, not only am I live on YouTube, I'm live on X as well, depending on where you like to consume your content. I appreciate you. Live on 2 channels, not only the J Changs one, but W3BC Media. That is my legacy channel account. It has followed me for years. So make sure you tap into one of those. You're tuning into everything. And then also we got a space going. So if you want to, a little bit later in the show, probably towards the tail end, we'll bring in some community questions, some Q&A if there is something, if we've got that time, and if that's something we want to do. So with that being said, it is time for me to bring in my guy, Kevin from Palladium. What's up, brother? How are you today?
Hey, doing well. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, I appreciate you being here. You know, as I was saying before, you know, RWA's tokenization, it's a top priority for many right now. In the space, especially as we start to, if you've been here for a while, like, and I have, you know, like, it's the whole idea of taking the next step up into where crypto's going is, you know, this maturation phase. And listen, there's always room for the casino. Trust me, I'm a part of it. I love it. But it's time to also be thinking about what is that next step? Where, you know, where do we have the utility? So, you know, with that being said, would love to hear kind of before we kick things off and get into the nitty gritty, what's the mission, vision, values of what Palladium is doing and for, you know, for crypto? So take it away.
We're trying to bring real world utility, you know, into the crypto space, you know, by having asset backed tokens in our ecosystem. You know, and we have, you know, quite a unique, we're building a quite, I think, a standout project here because we have multiple revenue streams. You know, we have a basis of supporting our token, our native token, and, you know, real world assets behind our NFTs that we're going to have launched later this year.
Nice.
You know, that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
We're going to have a swap feature released here pretty soon too. It's kind of leveraged off that same arbitrage system. You know, let people in our community and users take advantage of the same, you know, opportunities we have, you know, with arbitrage and swapping tokens from chain to chain, stuff like that.
Absolutely. Well, I can't wait until we get kind of more into the depth of that and just kind of really pick your brain more about what you guys are trying to get squared away. And I love the idea of, you know, down the road doing some NFT stuff. We know that it's really important for where Web3 is going. I've got some ideas and some things that I want to do with NFTs moving forward and how it relates to RWAs and real life businesses. And again, it's that next step up of, and plus again, not only the next step up of where we're going here, but even the SEC has come out and said, hey, as far as like Web3 startups should be concerned, if you want to do your fundraising, in the way of NFTs, like we don't have a problem with that. Like, they obviously, you guys have a token and stuff too, but like, what I'm saying, like, in order to raise capital via NFTs is, it seems like it's going to be a very acceptable practice moving forward, especially as we get through a little bit more of these regulatory clarifications throughout this year, which I'm telling you, man, I'm excited about Q4. I put together a news video yesterday, and I'm here in Chicago visiting family, and I just didn't get the opportunity to finish editing it. But with some of the news and what I was really bullish on is how we're really looking forward to a Q4. So, again, I do want to talk about Palladium, but really quick, like, tell me what you think about the market right now, because one thing I've been talking about with my community for a while, Kev, is if you know about trading and charts and divergences and all that stuff, is like right now what we're looking at, again, it feels like it's still playing out. It's like it's the long con that's happening to us, is the bullish divergence in real time with crypto. For real, we're watching price action go down, and I know we're up a little bit today, whatever, but we're watching price go down when it should just be ripping. But the news and articles, and if you've been in the space for a while, so like you understand, like back in 2018, 2019, if we saw a fraction of the headlines and as bullish as they are right now, where we're seeing nation states, sovereign wealth funds, just absolutely just this explosion for people wanting Bitcoin, it would have sent it to a whole nother stratosphere, but we're not quite there yet. What are your thoughts on, again, we're seeing this amazing news. The headlines day after day are incredible, but we're not quite seeing the price action to go with it overall in the market. Do you think the regulatory push that we're seeing go through now, early, that was, a little bit slower to come than I thought, right? I was thinking at the beginning of Q4, so the beginning of October we'll hit the ground running, but maybe a little bit slower. What do you think about the state of the market? That was a long way to ask you. Very simple.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's totally bullish. I mean, the news that dropped in the last couple of weeks, I mean, like a few years ago, that would have probably doubled some tokens, right?
Right. It would have just ripped, like Bitcoin, like at current prices. Like if this happened in this news in 2019, Bitcoin would have been $1 million already. Like it would have just been like, whoa, let's go. But something's suppressing it for sure.
I think it's just, I think large firms and stuff are just digesting it. I think you're going to start hearing, like the rumors of the money inflows coming in, and start Bitcoin, Ethereum's going to start taking off, Solana, you're going to see those tokens take off.
Yeah, I mean, so we're I think in some of the news and the way we're looking at it is you're watching, some of the outflows of Bitcoin, right? I think some people have taken, started to take the profits, and so it probably can't get too much higher until we see actual retail. So knowing that we know, some of the institutional money is getting pulled out and moving into Solana and XRP, while we're seeing some outflows, that seems to be where the rotation is happening. Very excited, man. What do you think? Q4 is going to be explosive, or do you think we got to wait until 2026?
I think we'll start seeing some in the end of Q4. That's my prediction.
Hell yeah.
I got my buy orders ready. Ready.
Just put them in case. You never know. I'm sure there'll be. It's like there's always the shake before the bake, right? The dump before the pump. There will be the liquidation event just to try to get people off guard. And so as soon as you see that happen, man, I feel like the next liquidation event we have is like, that's the send it, baby. So as soon as we see that, you guys be prepared. Be prepared for the liquidation event. Because once it happens, we're in September now and we're cooking through it. September 10th. Happy birthday to my mom, by the way. Today is my mother's birthday, so that's what I'm here in town celebrating. We're going to go out to the big family dinner tonight. Super excited about that. So shout out to Mama Chains. Make sure you guys, real quick, before we get back into this interview, make sure you guys smash the like button for Mama Chains. Happy birthday. There we go. Always got to say hi to your mom. I know she watches. All right. So, Kev, let's get back into Palladium and let's start to dig in a little bit more. So take me to the beginning, where you stand, where you like kind of brought this to, your crypto journey.
Yeah. So we launched in March of this past year. So we're a new project. I mean, startup, 100% that defines us, right? And we're just making, there was a lot of work done in the background, a lot of preparation coming in. If anyone's checked out our white paper, which I recommend, it's, it goes into great detail of what's behind our project and what makes us unique.
Now, real quick, did you say the white paper or the light paper?
The white paper.
All right.
Yeah, the white paper is a little easier to read. The white paper might take you a couple times to get through, but
here you go. If you're just getting started, here, real quick, I'll bring this up because I got this pulled up just for in case anybody wanted to see it. This is the website right here for Palladium. And right here at the top, you do have the option to get into the light paper. If you're just getting started on crypto, I would do the light paper first, right? But if you're in the trenches and you're doing white papers, baby, get into that white paper. But yeah, check out the website, guys. It's a nice, clean site. PLLD.net is the way to get there. PLLD is the ticker for the token as well, which you can find it on CoinGecko, by the way. I'll show you guys that real quick as well. We're not going to talk about the token. There's no need to talk about it. Y'all can do your own research on it, but there it is. You can find it on CoinGecko. PLLD is the ticker. Boom.
Great. Yeah. So, before we even launched, we had a lot of things kind of set in the background already. So if you look at our roadmap, for the year, we've already hit most of the milestones on there. We just have a couple left to kind of check off before the end of the year, and we're confident they're going to happen. I don't know how much you want to divulge about what's happening later in the year, where we're going to meet up again. But
yeah. I mean, if you're ready, let's get the juice, baby. I like juice. So here's the deal.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously, the real world assets are kind of like what's driving this project, right? And what everyone's excited to see.
Mm-hmm.
So we do expect to have real estate NFTs by the end of the year, possibly even by the time we meet up in person in November down in Miami.
Okay. So, all right. And if you all aren't familiar, I know that my community's like, wait, what? Because I am going to be speaking at the Futurist Conference in Miami in November. And so what my guy Kevin just said is they are going to be there live in the flesh. And like, telling you what, man, there's nothing better than you could do for a project in this space than to be live and in the flesh at these conferences. It makes so much sense. I'm super excited to actually meet you in person. That's some of my favorite stuff to do is to, especially, if I've had a relationship with somebody, over like a call or over, interviews and all that stuff, and you get to meet in person. I think one, it adds another layer, right? But two, if we do have, like, I'll say a follow-up conversation about it, just like the way that people interact when you're in the same space is totally different. So looking forward to connecting with you down in Miami, brother. That'll be fun. So guys, I know for certain right now, actually you might've missed it because it's Wednesday, and maybe it was last week they had the buy one, get one free ticket still for Futurists, but I've been screaming from the top of the mountain since they started posting that. And every couple of weeks, it seems like they throw one out there. So maybe just, if you didn't get it yet, hold up. I'll actually reach out to the team and see if they're going to do it again. And I'll let you guys know. It'll just be between us. We won't let everybody else know. But we will see if we can get another BOGO deal. And then I want to make sure that you guys get the opportunity to come down there because, last year, it was the last couple of years that I've been there. I've had a great opportunity to connect with some fantastic people in the community. And again, there is just nothing like it. The synergy, especially again, if you're trying to work with somebody, the synergy is always better when you're in person, man. So I look forward to connecting with you, man, for sure. That's exciting.
I might be able to one up you with getting people down there. So we're going to have some extra tickets. If people join the Palladium community, go on our socials, keep an eye out. We're going to be giving away some extra tickets.
Boom. There it is. Man, look at that. You could try to win access just by coming and hanging out with us here in the afternoon on a Wednesday. Look at that. You might get an opportunity to win free tickets to a conference. And everybody knows there is no reason ever to pay full price to a conference because there are always opportunities to either get free tickets, win tickets, apply for media, apply for speaker positions, all that kind of stuff. So If you're trying to connect and build in this space, you should always be looking at those angles, right? Just find that way to get in the door. Whether it's you got a YouTube channel, you're just starting it, you're a Spaces host, apply for media. Like, you are the media now, right? So do that stuff. If you want to try to speak, maybe you're a project founder and you want to apply to speak, go for it. You're a founder of a Web3 project. Give it a go. That's the whole point. And you never know where it's going to lead you. So I'm super excited, man. What are you guys going to be there doing a booth? Are you going to be there speaking? Have you determined that yet?
We're going to do a booth. We're going to be speaking. I'm going to get some nice PLD swag to hand out. It's going to be, we're looking to make the most of it, you know?
Oh, yeah. I love that. I think that's one of the things, like with my media company, W3BC Media, that I started. You know, the mission of that is to turn your moment into momentum, right? So to take those moments of you at the booth, you know, with the community, to you on stage talking about the project, to you sitting down in another environment that maybe even just another step more professional, you know, telling a story, but kind of, you know, flashing back into the, you know, having those segments. And so, man, I think it would be fantastic. Let's chat and how we can put that together. I think, again, that's really kind of been the idea behind the whole media company that I want to put together, because my pain point that happened of going to these conferences for so many years was, you know, and speaking and emceeing and being on panels, all that shit, was that I never quite captured the moment correctly. Like, yeah, you could get that super zoomed out version from the conference, but at the end of the day, like, what the fuck are you going to do with that? So you can't sizzle reel that. Like, it's just not, that's not quite what you need. And so it's the whole idea is let's start to create those moments again and turn that into your momentum, create that sizzle reel for Palladium, for PLD. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk, my guy. Love it.
We're going to make that our kind of our like world debut, you know.
Perfect.
People hear about us, so
all right,
we're excited.
There we go. All right, sweet. So so one of the things that earlier on when I was explaining the project, and again, if you go back and watch the video, go down, if this is the replay, if you're watching the replay, if you're just watching the live stream and it's not there after the replay, find the link to the video about Palladium, and you'll find out that, you know, one of the mechanics that they've got is real estate. So talk to me about the tokenization of real estate, because again, I think RWAs and tokenization is so important for our ecosystem moving forward. So explain kind of the real estate NFT model simply for everybody.
Yeah, so we already have one rental property set to go. It'll be our first NFT collection. And like I said, I'm optimistic we may even have that set by the time of the conference. But next year will really be the year that we focus on acquiring more rental properties. And essentially, you know, I'll try to break it down in simple math. Let's say we buy a rental property and the company purchases it for $100,000. We're going to tokenize the value of that property. So we'll create like 50,000 NFTs in a collection. And then users will get the chance to come to our website, or maybe we'll even offer it through various exchanges. You'll be able to purchase those tokens, and the amount of NFTs that you own in that collection represents your percent ownership of that property. So every time we rent that out on Airbnb, or, you know, if it's a monthly rental or whatever, that, depending on what type of property that is, that owner will get a stable coin in profit deposited right into their wallet.
That's awesome, man. And then is there any, like, what's the method to picking properties? Is it, you know, something that would be open for community discussion later on once the community gets a little bit larger? Or is it strictly you guys are in charge of that, and these are the properties, this is how we're going to make the money off of it, and then you guys just get the rewards? Or like, what's kind of what's the...
No, it's going to be a blend of both. I mean, we're going to definitely, you know, open it up to the community and take suggestions. We've already had, you know, some suggestions flowing in. So we're looking at, you know, different areas across the world that we might focus on. You know, we're going to be doing some traveling next year, checking out these places in person, you know, getting things set up to facilitate everything that we're looking to do. Because once we get the ball rolling, it's going to be, I think people will be amazed at how fast we can, you know, tokenize these properties. You know, our only, like, our limitation is going to be, you know, the transfer of ownership originally, right? But once we kind of get that part down, it's going to be quick. We have all the legal framework and everything pretty much set to go already. We're just in the final stages of that.
So how does that look then? Is it a DAO? Is it a DAO? I mean, obviously, like you would buy the property. I'm assuming as an LLC, but is it controlled? Like, is it like a DAO, kind of an LLC, or is it like, how does that look? Because like to transfer the ownership to everybody.
Yeah, well, I think transfer the ownership from into the company. There is. If you come on look on our website, we do have a DAO treasury that's kind of related to our buybacks. But what we'll do with the tokenization is there'll be like a KYC part to kind of prove the ownership of those tokens.
Yeah. Okay.
To the holders.
Okay.
That's how they'll be verified. We'll take care of all the maintenance and the management of the property. I mean, it's going to be an easy way for people that want to get a taste and feel of, rental property without all the hassle, essentially.
Yeah, absolutely. It's it becomes, obviously whoever's managing and doing all that stuff, there's different cuts and proportions and all that stuff that go to people who are taking, a little bit more vested interest in the longevity, the investment and all that kind of stuff for sure. But yeah, so there are people you could just, buy some tokens, and then you've gotten yourself, in some way, shape, or form, a passive income stream. And everybody knows that, like, all right, listen, if you're trying to become a millionaire or a successful person, they say that it takes 7 revenue streams. And so, and some of them should definitely be, passive, because not everybody's got time to dedicate, their attention to 7 different, businesses. Some people do whatever, but, the whole idea of making some of these things passive, I think, is fantastic. And so one of the other things that that you have included in your ecosystem, and I think you had mentioned it, said with kind of the buyback, is you've got an arbitrage mechanism that I think, really kind of helps with the buying of the token and keeping the ecosystem balanced, right?
Yep, that's correct. And we're going to be opening that up to the public as well, sometime in the future, probably early next year as well. So they'll be able to leverage the same kind of profit potential that we have with our bots. So, like I said, we have the swap feature coming this year, which is pretty much ready to be released. We're going to get that out this quarter. So, we got a lot going on. We're checking a lot of the boxes on a roadmap. We're not here saying, hey, sometime in the future this is going to happen. We're making it happen now.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the arbitrage thing at all? I know a lot of people are like super interested with that kind of stuff. Like, is it multi-chain? Is it specific? Like what's kind of the thought process behind the arbitrage, if you care to talk about it at all?
Yeah, I can touch on it a little bit. So, we're trading across some multiple exchanges, and we hand selected a few that it's quite a few actually, that we're trading consistently on. If you go on our website, you can see there's like a little pop out on there that shows what the bots are recognizing in real time. So,
and you're on Ethereum. I see some questions in the chat on YouTube really quick. Yep. It's on Ethereum, guys.
Yep. Yeah, we're in your C20 token. Yep. So, people can go on there and see that, in real time, what trades are executing, across different exchanges and stuff like that. And also I want to mention too, going back to the NFTs, that we're going to have, built-in dashboards and metrics. So people will be able to see, like, every time that property rents, what they'll basically get like a P&L statement, each time. So we're going all in on all our features and making it, as, the best we can in every aspect, from a business standpoint and from a, ease of use and crypto standpoint.
Oh, that's awesome. I know one of the things that, when the last time you and I had talked, we thought one of the important things, because you have a tight supply right now, you're holding a lot of the supply that it is not in circulation. It is, and if you go to the staking, like,
yeah, we have a large amount of our circulating supply staked.
Yeah, okay, so there it is, 1.5 million, which is a pretty decent chunk of the circulating supply, correct?
Correct. Yeah, it's right around 50%, and we expect more staking to come in too in the near future. So
will that be
I'm
tied
expecting that number to
to
grow.
in order to participate in some of the ecosystem mechanics? Do you think is staking going to be, whether it's necessary or I think the multiplier?
Yeah, staking or holding the token. Yeah, it can open the doors to higher yields and, you know, maybe like first advantage on new NFTs that are coming out. You know, there'll be like a tiered status.
Yeah, reward the community kind of thing. You reward the people.
Yeah.
You go to the dance. You go home from the dance to the people you went with. There's some silly expression I think my father-in-law used to say. You reward the people that kind of helped you get along. That's kind of the whole idea.
Yep, exactly.
Well, I love that. And then let's see. So we were talking about the arbitrage thing. You got through there. And then the upcoming community contribution thing. I think without kind of listen, I there's no reason ever in tech, in crypto, in anything to like, unless you've got something done, it's locked and loaded, and you're waiting for a very specific reason to ever release a date. So I'm not asking for a date. Do we have, as far as the community contribution to the arbitrage thing, is that a soon, a very soon, or a none of your fucking business, dude?
I would say it's probably Q1, Q2 of next year.
Okay.
That's
all.
Yeah.
Gives people an opportunity. Give you an opportunity to stack your chips, baby.
Yeah. Grow that Bitcoin that you have, grow that USDT that you have.
Yeah, there you go. Look, a lot of people are pulling profits, and what I say about a lot of people, a lot of institutions are pulling profits on Bitcoin. You've seen the outflows are happening. Monday we had an inflow day. That's great. But for like weeks now, it's been a lot of outflows of Bitcoin. And so that means the smart money, when you swim with the whales are rotating. The whales are rotating, it seems like. And so everybody loves their Bitcoin. I get it. But what are you going to do? Turn $1,000 into 1,500? Come on. Let's be smart. Yeah. So let's see. What else do we want to talk about? We don't need let's talk with roadmap. You said we're hitting everything. Everything's getting ready to be crushed. Long-term vision. I think we're pretty much lined up on that, right? We're waiting for Q2 of next year. Should be getting spicy.
Yeah, we should be firing on all cylinders by then.
All right. How's the community looking? How if someone is listening and thinking like, hey, I like the way this sounds, like I definitely want to learn more. Obviously, you can watch the video that I posted a few weeks back. You could learn more. Or if they want to hop in the community and to like learn more from you guys and to really dig in, what do you suggest? Is it Telegram, Discord? What's up?
Yeah, both. I think Discord's more active. We've had a lot of growth in the last week on Discord, in the last maybe 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. We've seen our members almost double on there. So that's a great sign. I think our X community is growing pretty good too. We're looking at putting out some more videos as much as we can, just like, basic crypto videos, kind of focused on our project too, but just like crypto basics in general. Because one thing unique about a lot of the holders that we have right now in our project is a lot of them, this is their first crypto experience. So,
wow.
It's exciting for us to, we've had quite a bit of growth in the 6 months that we've been kind of, trading in the markets. So for a lot of our first time investors in crypto, it's been a really good experience for them. So but they don't really know much yet, like how to transact and interact and do much yet. So we're gonna, start putting out some educational videos, like crypto basics, things to help, people understand how to use their crypto and, take advantage of what to look for in crypto, things like that, understand the terms, just kind of help the community grow. So like I said, we are so new. We don't even have, we're just approaching 150 holders. That's how new we are. Our point of coming to this conference is, to get that exposure. And, we're looking for the explosive growth, of a hot new project, right?
And I mean, it's a hot narrative too. You know,
Right.
What do you think? And let's just use the Boston Consultant Group statistics for tokenization and RWAs, whatever. 16 to 30 trillion by 2030. I think that's like super conservative, right? Like I feel like 50 trillion seems like more of a an idea for where I think this is going to go. And shout out to Ninja 4 for the super sticker. Thank you, brother. Thank you. The whole idea of 16 to 30 trillion again being kind of a conservative number. I think I like 50 trillion. What do you think about all of that? Do you think tokenization is going to continue to be the star of the show because it is the new economy?
I think so. I mean, it is going to be the new financial system. I mean, think how easy it is to carry. You don't have to carry wads of cash in your pocket or heavy bricks of gold. If you can prove it digitally, think how much time and effort that saves. And I mean, it is the future. And I think people are starting to catch on. I mean, the more I go out in public, if I'm wearing a crypto shirt, more and more people are coming up and talking to me now just because they're recognizing it, right?
Yep.
That's how you can tell, we're gaining some traction here in the financial system.
I love that. I think that yes, the whole idea of crypto not being as scary, and I think look, whether you like Trump or you hate him, I feel like the shenanigans of the Trump coin and the Melania, and then bringing kind of the spotlight over to Bitcoin, I feel like that was. I don't want to give him credit for it because we've all been working in this space for way too fucking long and way too hard to give Donald Trump the credit for making it mainstream. But he brought a lot of things to the light, and I feel like, man, I got too carried away with the Trump thing to figure out where I was going with that. But I'm sure it had something to do with how we're looking at really crypto moving forward. Look at tokenization as such a mainstream narrative at this point. Listen, crypto's here. And I think, to answer, it was probably something you said was whether you like it or not, and not you specifically, anybody really, like whether someone likes it or not, crypto is here. Crypto is not going anywhere. Crypto is here to stay. This is the new economy. This is the way that finance will be moving. Stocks, we saw Ondo, they've shifted to the global markets. That is, we've got stocks, and I know, StockX and some other things that are moving and are shaking as well. But, as far as like liquidity and actual, I think even owning the stock versus just kind of being on paper or whatever, the whole idea of, listen, this is where it's all moving. So it's not going to die. It's not going to go anywhere. Crypto is going to replace everything. And so as we're building the plane as it's flying kind of a thing, and these ecosystems are just developing and tokenization is taking off, I think you guys are seated in the right spot. Not only, and I think you hit a lot of really cool spots, right? You've got the arbitrage, you've got the tokenization with actual real estate, you've got NFTs. And at some point, I feel like, that's like a triple threat right there. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. It's like a quadruple threat, right?
Yeah, I know. I think the arbitrage is really key, and the fact that we're doing regular buybacks, because if you stop and think about it for a minute, what does that mean for our token, our native token? We probably won't be impacted by the big ups and downs in crypto as much, right? Especially the downs. With our low supply and regular buybacks, we're going to have that a little more stability, I think, than most other projects because of that feature.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I think that's an important thing to note, because like, even I don't want to say bear market proof, but being able to, and it's just like, the trader mentality, like if you understand how to short the market and how to short it correctly, and when things are moving, it doesn't matter if we're in a bull or a bear market. It sounds like this arbitrage opportunity and the buybacks is, again, it's going to keep things moving in the right direction. Take that for whatever it's worth.
Yeah. And you look at real estate. I mean, people are always going to go on vacation. They don't care if, people always want to have a good time, right? They're going to go hang out with their friends.
People live in the real world. Look what happened to the metaverse. Like the metaverse died so fast. And listen, I was a huge advocate. I had a very dedicated channel to the metaverse, but it obviously just died off in a very quick fashion. And I think like it is very important to remember. And people were very quick to kind of forget about the real world. And you got to remember that most people in society, they live in the real world. They don't live in this fantasy crypto bubble or think that like the metaverse is like the real deal. And so, normal people will always go on vacation.
Right.
And I think, owning a chunk of something that, that's recession proof. Like people are going to take that time to get away. It's like, maybe not recession proof, but that is, again, people will take the time to go away, to get away. They have to.
Right, and it's not dependent on people in the crypto communities either, because
exactly
it doesn't matter who rents the property. They may not know a lick about crypto, but people that hold the tokens, the NFTs, are going to profit from it regardless. So,
yep. Thanks. All right, so before I do have a space so I do see a couple people with a request. So before we bring anybody up to chat and to open it up, I see B Frank. He's one of our loyal community members. So I trust anything that he's got to say. I don't know visions, but we're gonna find out. And so we'll bring up some community. Are you good with that? And then
I got one other thing to drop if you want me to drop something else.
I was going to say, before we do that, I know we got a lot of people sitting here watching. One, if you want some hot heat, some alpha, some drip, y'all better smash that like button. If you are watching on YouTube, smash the like button. If you are watching on X, it's a little different. You can back out, hit the heart, and then hop right back in. You can also tag some friends, repost the video out saying, hey, man, we're having a good time, having a great conversation. Some people could be winning some stuff. Some people are going to be hearing some alpha, yada, 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 do the things. All right, my guy, Kev, let's go. What's the heat?
So, as I mentioned earlier, you're asking like timing on things. I have something that's going to happen very, very soon.
Okay.
And that's the new major exchange listing.
Oh, okay. So I believe we got to drop the Palladium X news. So that was exciting. But now you're giving us some heat of a new one.
Yeah, I'm going to give you another one. Unfortunately, I can't drop the name.
Okay.
Because we didn't sign the contract yet. Only because they didn't get it back to us. We asked for it, but they didn't get it back to us.
Got you.
We're all approved, locked, and ready to go. But I can drop this hint. It is a top 10 ranked exchange in the world, so it's big news. So
let's go. Excited. Well, you guys know you will be hearing from me. I will drop a video probably the day that's happening. We'll get that timed up. The day that you can actually announce the name, we'll get something rolling. So
sounds good.
All right. So that's some hot smashing heat. Make sure you guys are smashing likes for smashing heat and alpha, as we like to call it here now. Smashing alpha. Smashing likes, smashing alpha. Let's go. All right. Let's see. My guy, I'm gonna bring my guy Frank up here. Make sure we bring him up. And are we connected to the Bluetooth? Let us make sure. I'm gonna undo the Bluetooth real quick, and then this is just how we do it. We're always just making sure we're connected. All right, Frank, can you hear me? Be Frank. He's got his hand up.
Hey, Jay James.
My guy, we are connected. We are good to go. What's up, brother?
Hey, good afternoon. I'm glad to see everybody here. It's 3 p.m. on a bright, nice Wednesday afternoon. Listening to this nice, wonderful conversation. Happy birthday, Jay Chain's mom. I'm glad he's there for the birthday, because there for a second, I thought he was back living with Madre. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? But,
Whitney kicked me out. I'm living with my mom.
Yeah, living with mom.
Living with mom again.
Anyway, happy birthday. I hope y'all have fun. Happy birthday, Jay Chain's mom. I'd say it one last time. But I do have a good question. Not even a good question. Just a question I came up with because, I just like hard-hitting questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel like Jay Change was really asking any hard-hitting questions. He kind of gave you like an easy interview. My guy, I believe his name is Kev, right? Because he's not in the space.
Correct.
Is it Kevin?
Yeah.
Kevin. Okay,
Fire
awesome.
away.
Awesome. I got a question for you. So you said earlier, we got goals and we've hit most of our goals for the year. We just got some goals. Now, my question is that because you guys kicked ass and knocked out the goals, or did you guys just set some easy goals for yourself to knock out?
No, we've been kicking ass. We work around the clock. We don't sleep much in this project. We're a small team with a lot of dedication. We had, I don't even know how familiar you are. We were on Trade Ogre before, and if you know what happened there, we worked hard to get back where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like a testament to our dedication.
That goes back, and in case, I don't mean to cut you off, in case anybody's not familiar with happened to Trade Ogre, there was a situation, and I think it all stems back to what was happened with Monero and that 51 attack that had happened a month ago or something like that, right?
Yeah, and it was a little over about a month ago. Yeah, and I think it also has to do with stolen Bitcoin too. We kind of found out. So.
Oh, really? So
there's quite a bit of stuff going. Nothing obviously has been. There's no official statement out yet anywhere. But if you dig pretty hard, you can uncover some dirt. So
good to know. Make sure y'all, if you're trying to find that dirt, look. What's that, Frank?
I was just saying congratulations to them, and that was the only question I had. I really didn't even have a question, but I felt like I had to come up here and find something.
It was a good one.
Hey, thank you.
Let's see. I see Visions. Visions has their hand up to come on up here. What's up, Visions? How are you? GM. Thanks for waiting. Thanks for holding. There we go. All right. If you come back to us, man, you are more than welcome to pop your hand back up and let us know that you are back among the questionnaires. So, all right, man. So here's kind of what we know for anybody who's just tuning in. We're hanging out with Palladium. They've got real estate. They've got arbitrage. There are NFTs. There are IRL meetups at the Futurist Conference in Miami in November. Hanging out with us. We're going to have a good time.
And we got staking too.
What's that?
And we got staking.
And staking. That's right, staking. A very large percentage of the supply is currently staked, and as time goes on, incentive to stake is more. We love staking projects. I know a lot of the guys in my community and in some of the other projects that we talk about are big into the staking. So that's, you understand that that definitely helps not only the ecosystem, but it helps some other things. So the hat says it all. This ain't my first rodeo. You darn right, Brian. You darn right. Yeehaw. Or as the crypto outlaw likes to say, yeehaw. Sorry if I blew your eardrums out.
Yeah, and if people want to earn a little more with staking, we do have a little contest going on right now too.
Why don't you talk about the content?
They got to make sure they join our socials and take part in that too. We got a nice little bonus award for people staking going on right now too.
There you go. As you guys know, there's always that incentive to stake. It's it helps the network, it helps the project, it helps the community. So love the offering the rewards, or making it a little bit more gamification, as we like to say. Visions popped back up on stage. What's up, fam?
Hey, what's going on? I'm just enjoying the conversation.
Hell yeah,
and
man.
I was having a bit of a glitch there with the mic. It didn't work the first time.
Absolutely.
That's all right.
But we got you loud and clear, my brother. How you doing? How's your day?
I'm doing good. I wanted to throw in a few. Maybe somebody wants to answer this or give your opinion upon it. What is the most the one industry right now that is the most open or receptive for real world assets? I think you can tell by my logo just which one I'm standing for, but I want to hear your thoughts.
Real estate. You know what? Let's go around the room before you guys hear from me. Kev, we'll let you go first, and then after.
Yeah, I think you know what my number one vote is. It's going to be real estate. I think it's going to be one of the easier ones to kind of mold into that.
Okay. I've got an idea for one that I like. Anyway, I'm not going to go yet. Frank, you're next. Frank. Oh, Frank rugged. All right, go ahead, Visions. Talk to us. Frank's coming back. I want to know what you guys think. I've got some ideas. Like I'm more partial to the idea of real world, whether it's businesses. I love the idea of real estate, just some higher priced commodities like some finer art and stuff. I think that is probably something that will work out very well in the RWA space.
We're about the rug.
You rugged? You rugged.
Bye, James' mom.
Maybe they can't hear us on X anymore. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes people totally just stop hearing. So at that point, all right, is what we'll do. We'll kill the space, guys. Thank you so much for listening to the space. Obviously, no one can hear us anymore. So ciao for now. All right, that's done. That's just how the way it has to work, Kevin. All right. Well, I appreciate your time today, man. This has been fun to kind of get to know you more, do the face-to-face thing, which I think is very important in this space. You know, I don't think, you know, not every team and project is as keen on that as some of us in this space are, but you know, being able to do that, I think, is very important. What are the things that you kind of want to leave the people who are watching with at the end of the day today?
Yeah, just come check out our project, our website, our socials. Grow with us. I'd like to think you won't be sorry that you took a look. You know, you're getting in early. We got a lot of big things coming, and it's we're pumped, and we like the more the merrier. So come join our party.
Absolutely. So let's quick summarize. Tight supply. You got a tight supply. There's a lot staked. There's going to be incentives and gamification to do more staking, more exchanges. He said it today. We don't know which one, but we know it's going to be big.
And we're not stopping there either. There's going to be more after that. So,
yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate your time today, Kevin. Thank you so much, guys. Make sure you smash the like button on your way out of here. If you are watching the replay, down in the description is every link that you would need imaginable to go do some more research. I appreciate you being here. Kev, thank you so much for your time today. Keep smashing it. Keep doing it. RWA's tokenization. That's where it's all headed. I am a firm believer in that. So, again, thank you. Talk to you soon. And I will see you in Miami.
Exactly.
See you in November, brother.
All right. Bye.
Thanks.